Hey guys, I hope that you guys are having a fabulous day today and an amazing summer break as well. So, our learning this week is really going to be focusing on insects. Now, if you go outside and take a walk or play in your yard, you might notice that there's a lot of bugs out there. Insects are a special kind of bug. So today we're going to focus on insects and some special parts that insects have. So the next time you go outside and you see a bug, you can be able to tell if it's an insect or if it's not an insect. So to get us started today, number one is story time. And today we're reading A Cat in the Hat book. Now, we know that Cat in the Hat was written by my favorite author and illustrator, Dr. Seuss. But this text is not written by Dr. Seuss. There's a whole series, that means there's a bunch of books that are Cat in the Hat books, but they're learning books, and they aren't written by Dr. Seuss. This one is actually written by an author whose name is Tish Rabe. And this text is called On Beyond Bugs, all about insects. So let's read and see what we can learn about insects. On Beyond Bugs by Tish Rabe, illustrated by Aristides Ruiz. And it's from the Cat in the Hat Learning Library. I bet you guys will like this one. I'm the cat in the hat, and I'm glad I found you. Right now, if you look, you'll see insects around you. They live in the water, the earth, and the sky. Just wait and you'll soon see an insect go by. There are millions of them. I will show some to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Most insects you'll meet have hard shells and lay eggs. Here's a praying mantis, a butterfly, a grasshopper, a ladybug, and a black ant. They have wings and can fly, and they all have 6 legs. Spiders aren't insects. This news couldn't wait. Insects of 6 legs, but every spider has 8. So a spider is not an insect because he has 8 legs. And insects only have 6. So we learned that most insects we meet have hard shells and lay eggs, and most have wings, but not every insect has wings. If you look at an insect up close, you will see that its body's in parts, and each insect has 3. 1, 2, 3. First, the head, then the thorax, and here at the end is the longest part, which is called the abdomen. So you can see the 3 body parts on this cricket. Insects cannot see all the things that surround them, so they each have 2 feelers to touch what's around them. An insect has feelers on top of its head. Some look a lot like a thin piece of thread, while others look much more like feathers instead. We wish we had feelers, but we don't have any. You can also call these feelers by this name, antennae. Watch an insect and see all the things that it does. Some can swim, jump, or crawl. Others chirp, flash, or buzz. Diving beetles can swim. Dog fleas can jump. Pipevine caterpillars can crawl. Crickets can chirp. Fireflies can flash. And bumblebees can buzz. Birds and frogs look for insects in order to eat them. So insects work hard to make sure they don't meet them. Some, like this wasp, have bright colors that say, "Don't come near me, I'll sting you, so just stay away." This moth's wings are colored to look like the tree it is resting upon so that no one can see it. Remember, that's called camouflage. It helps it blend in. This spittlebug sits and he spits out a bubble. It's wet and it's cool and it can save him from trouble. For when he's all covered in the bubbly foam, if a hungry bird comes, he thinks nobody's home. Look at all those bubbles that this guy spit out, and now the bird can't see him. It's pretty cool. Here is a riddle I learned from my mother. How's a skunk and a ladybug like one another? When danger is near, it's easy to tell. They suddenly give off a terrible smell. Did you guys know that ladybugs give off a terrible smell when danger is near to protect them? It's pretty interesting. These busy insects are my friends, the ants. They like to eat seeds, other insects, and plants. Ants are so strong, they can lift things that weigh over 10 times their weight, and they do it all day. So if you were as strong as an ant, you would see you could lift up 10 cats in tall hats easily. Watch these honeybees, and I'm sure you'll agree that these bees are as busy can be. Worker bees collect food, and they keep the hive clean. They protect it from danger and wait on their queen. She must stay in one place. It's her job to lay dozens and dozens of eggs every day. So in a beehive, there are worker bees and there's a queen bee. And her job is to lay eggs. When a bee has discovered where food can be found, she goes back to her friends and starts dancing around. First she wiggles, then waggles, in circles, and so all the other bees know which direction to go. We can grow lots of flowers with help from the bees. They store dust from each flower in the back of their knees. This dust is called pollen. Next flower they find, when they land on it, they'll leave some pollen behind. This is called pollination, and this makes the new seeds that grow even more flowers, which everyone needs. Some insects I know can be unwanted guests. Fleas, flies, and mosquitoes can really be pests. Fleas live on cats, dogs, rats, hamsters, and mice. Their bite is quite itchy, which isn't too nice. But they're wonderful jumpers. Why, if we were fleas, we'd jump over a house and we would do it with ease. Have you ever wondered, why does a fly buzz? Well, it beats its wings fast, and each time that it does, its wings make a sound you can hear in your ear. And this sound lets you know there's a fly flying near. Here's a fact about flies that we both thought was icky. They can walk upside down since their feet are so sticky. I don't think mosquitoes are very polite. When they're hungry, they land, and they sting when they bite. But it's only the female mosquitoes that do. Male mosquitoes will never come bothering you. Caterpillars do something you might think is strange. They start out as one thing, and then one day they change. Some spin a small house on a branch just like this. And this home that they make is called a chrysalis. If you watch it, you'll see, when a few weeks go by, it turns into a beautiful new butterfly. Here's a quick fact that we both thought was neat. Butterflies can taste their food with their feet. On warm summer evenings, you may see the light of fireflies flashing off and on in the night. They are like tiny flashlights that float in the sky, and if you want to catch them, it's all right to try. Use a jar with a lid, watch them glimmer and glow, then open the jar up and let them all go. All day and all night, on the ground, in the air, insects are moving around everywhere. It's important for us to keep learning about them. The world that we know couldn't go on without them. The butterfly, ladybug, ant, and the bee make everything better for you and for me. And that's the end. I don't know about you guys, but I learned a lot of really cool, interesting facts that I didn't know about insects. So I would love if you guys could talk to someone in your family about some things that you learned about insects. We learned some pretty interesting things about ladybugs and caterpillars and bumblebees and fireflies and so many more. So think of what you remember and talk to someone in your family about them. And then when you're all done, let's move on to number 2. our thematic video. So today I found a SciShow Kids video. It is called Inspect an Insect, I believe, and this is going to teach you even more fun facts about insects. And then when you're done with that, number 3, your craft. I found another SciShow Kids video, and they teach you how to make an insect. So they talk about what's special about an insect and how you can make your very own insect. You can use clay, markers, construction paper, paper plates, scissors, anything that you have at home. In the video, we'll go through it all with you. Number 4 is your writing prompt. So remember, we have a summer writing journal. And in your summer writing journal, I would like you to write about your favorite insect. And why is that insect your favorite? Write it down. When you are all done with that, we're going to do flashcards, which we're going to go ahead and do right now. Let's start with our trick words today. All right, here we go. Remember, trick words are called trick words because they're tricky. We can't sound them out. So we need to work on when we see this word, automatically knowing what it is. Here we go. Or, was, my, he, she, has, have, of, as, his, and, is, I, by, do, from, we, are, me, the, a, it's an easy one, you, one, two, be, they, four. Great job. I bet you guys are getting better with each time you practice. You can always use trick word flashcards at home if there are some words that you struggle with, because these words are so important in first grade and whenever you read a text, because you will see those words a lot in books. Now, not every word is a trick word, right? Some words, we can look at them and sound them out quickly and easily. So now we're going to practice words that we can sound out. Now remember, our goal is to be able to look at a word and not need to say each sound. So if you can look at these flashcards I'm going to hold up and you know the word without saying the sounds, that's fabulous. Just say the word. You won't need to sound it out. But if you can't do it in your head, that's okay. You can always say the sounds out loud. Let's go. Cut. K-a-t. Cut. Wet. W-et. Wet. Oh, here's a 4-letter word. I know you guys can do this. Best. B-est. Best. Cab. K-ab. Cab. Pod. P-odd. Pod. Kid. K-id. kid. Last one. Rat. At. Rat. Great job. Our very last set of flashcards today, addition and subtraction all mixed together. So remember, we need to be detectives and we need to make sure that we know whether a problem is addition or subtraction. So addition, we're looking for plus signs. Plus means that you add those numbers together. Subtraction would mean that you take some away. Let's go ahead and let's do them. Addition or subtraction? Subtraction, there's a minus sign, which means you're taking away. So what is 3 minus 1? 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. Now this is plus. This is addition. That means you're adding these two numbers together. So 5 plus 0 is 5. You have 5 and then you add 0 more. So you still have 5. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 5 minus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 2 minus 2 equals 0. 1 plus 4 equals 5. 4 minus 0 equals 4. Last one. 3 plus 0 equals 3. Great job, guys, being detectives on addition and subtraction. We are all done with our video today. Remember, after you finish the activities in this video, you have your summer practice packet where we work on 1 page a day to make sure our brain is ready for first grade. And we also have our memory book, right? Where we can color, we can finish all of the pages, and always keep our kindergarten memories in our heart. All right, guys, that is the end of our video today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and learned some awesome things because I know that I sure did. So I will see you guys next week on our video. Remember that I love you and I miss you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.